know, maybe I do remember this, actually. I remember the heater showing up. I just didn't remember the cold sequence. It was an OG? Yeah, I just didn't remember the actual cold part. A heater, huh? Ah, this is good. So warm.
Hey.
Once we take care of Shido. What's wrong? Huh? Well, I was just thinking, this might be the last job for the Phantom Thieves. Everyone's goals and ambitions, they're all linked to taking down Shido. That's how I feel. We all became Phantom Thieves for our own reasons. We weren't just playing around. Outside of the Phantom Thieves, you also have friends who've been helping you. They believe in you. We have an important battle ahead of us, and we only made it all this way because of them. There's no guarantees we'll make it out of this. See them as much as you can so you have no regrets. I understand. Akira, I'm with you all the way to the end. Do you have to be? This upcoming battle is personal, so we'll do it your way. Now you can fight Shido on your terms. Hasn't Kurusu-san been taking a lot of days off? I wonder if it's got something to do with his record.
Okay,
I believe I mentioned this before, but Kurusu-kun is back at his family's home. It's a personal matter, so don't go spreading rumors. How long can we keep this up? We need to take care of things before we get caught. We should probably max out.
Hey, are you sure it's okay for him to be down here working right now?
Only Coffee Daddy is allowed to interrupt me and me not get upset about it. But, now Michael's not doing confidants before the palace is even more madness. He actually read that red text saying go hang out with them and then didn't. I know, dude. Michael blows my mind. But, oh, what was I just gonna say? I was gonna say, we should max out Haru before we go to Shido's palace again, but I hate Haru's evolved persona so much.
I mean, wouldn't it be bad if a Shujin student walked in and saw him?
Don't worry about it.
Welcome.
Oh, sorry, I was taking a drink. What are the odds that a Shujin student would walk in at this very moment?
What did I just say?
Coffee Daddy is a prophet!
Nah, still fine. Senpai? You're not like a stunt double or something, right?
Yeah, this is my stunt double, played by Tom Hanks. It's the real me.
I don't know what's happening, but I really hope this isn't a dream.
I see you in my dreams all the time. Ha ha!
Well, are you pleased? I'm the one who set this up. A little surprise from me to you. I asked Futaba to do me a favor.
And I asked Ryuji to pass the message along to Kasumi.
I knew you'd be wiped out for a while, so I made sure to give you time to recover first.
Wait, really? I love Haru's evolved persona. It's one of my favorites. My dude, there's something wrong with your taste. You, like Makoto's first persona, you like Makoto's awakening, you like Futaba's awakening, you like Haru's evolved persona. Haru's evolved persona is the most garbage of all the evolved personas, by far. And it's such an incredible downgrade from Milady that it actually makes me not want to max out her rank, but I'm gonna do it anyways.
Oh, thank goodness. I'm just so happy.
No one cares about my scheme.
All you did was ask Futaba to tell Kasumi to come to the shop. Are you kidding me?
Well, it looks like you know what's been going on with him. Take a seat, why don't you? No reason to stand around. I'm going out for a bit to grab some groceries. I'll let you all get caught up with each other.
So you're Yoshizawa-san, right? Well, what's up? It's a pleasure meeting you.
Do not ever do that again.
Yes, nice to meet you as well, Sakura-san.
Could you at least figure out whether to be polite or casual?
Shut up! Don't you underestimate my people anxiety. Mona tells me that you helped him out in that palace a while back. We are awfully grateful for that. Oh no, it was my pleasure. He's usually the one who helps me out. Not only that, I'd promised to repay his kindness to me, no matter what. What a refined response. Are we really around the same age?
You know, there's something I've wanted to ask you, Yoshizawa. Why were you in that palace in the first place?
That's... I was wondering that too. Of course, I'm extra grateful that you saved our leader, but if our plan had somehow leaked, then we need to change our tactics from here on out.
It all started about a week ago, when we had lunch together on the roof of the school.
But that day's when...
I got the feeling that something big was going to take place that day, so... I'm so sorry. I was actually following you the entire time.
Wait, we were tailed there?
We definitely had no idea about that. It's like night and day compared to when Makoto was following us.
These guys can't see a 15-year-old girl following after them as they go to their ultimate mega super plan, but they can remember that Akechi said pancakes 6 months ago.
I've been considering for a while now.
Join the team!
Perhaps I should be fighting alongside you if I have special powers like yours, Senpai.
I swear, if the game makes me turn her down, I'm gonna be a little upset.
I wondered if an outsider like myself should even get involved, but I couldn't just stand back and do nothing.
Thank you.
Oh, it was nothing compared to how much you've done for me in the past. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you're not done here yet, are you? Then perhaps I ought to lend you a hand.
Well, we could definitely use the additional firepower, but...
No buts. Thankful for her offer to help, but Shido's more dangerous than any of our previous targets. I'm actually about to be a little upset with the game, I think. Be wisest to avoid dragging Kasumi into this fight.
Senpai?
This is so stupid. I'm actually like, come on, game. Hey, we added this new character that gets a persona and one of the best outfits in the game and everything. You can only use her in the very last palace in the game. You don't really get to do anything like using her in combat otherwise throughout the entire rest of the game. It's actually like, this is the first time that I've actually been legitimately disappointed in the Royal. This entire scene right here should have never even happened if they weren't going to let Kasumi join you for Shido's palace. This is dumb.
Well, you say that, but...
Honestly, we have no idea what risks you would face. Our enemy this time is more dangerous than anyone else so far. Also, we pretty much brought this entire mess down upon ourselves, so this is on us.
Yeah, we're up against the most dangerous opponent we've ever faced before, so it would really help if we had someone else to help us fight. You know, the more power, the better. But instead, we're gonna be like, you know, another Persona user, whatever. Just sweep that under the rug. Don't need it. I'm actually legitimately upset. This is really stupid.
We're delighted by the offer, but we really can't drag you into this any further. Moreover, you have something to do yourself, right?
I believe I'd be acting selfishly if I were to press any further. Very well. I understand your reasoning. If that's the situation, then I'll wait for you to return.
Check out this awesome new character that we added to the game who has a persona and all that. You only get 5 confidants with her until you unlock the bonus content, 5 confidant ranks, and also you don't get to use her in any of the OG palaces at all. You can only use her in the one new one that we made, nothing else. It's actually like, it's almost to the point of me being like, what's the point? Why even have Kasumi show up until the new content of the game?
But you have to promise me this. You'll come back safe no matter what. I don't ever want to feel as horrible as I did when I thought you...
I'm sure we'll be fine.
I really do believe you. It's time I get going. I've got practice today, as usual. Well, be seeing you.
Man, sure must be nice not having to go to school. Is that aimed at me? Don't know what you're talking about. Dead men cannot go to school, you know. This would all be for nothing if they found out he's still alive. Doesn't it suck to live like a fugitive, though, always having to hide your face? I just stay in my room and play video games. It's a thrill, though. I'm sure it is. No doubt it's hard as well, but please bear with it for now. Don't try too hard to hide yourself. You'll only stand out more. That's always the hardest. Try hard, but not too hard. In any case, we're ready to put the plan into action. Now all we need is your signal.
Okay.
You'll stand out too much during the day, so we need to go at night. We're about to face our toughest target to date. Don't skip on your preparations. Plan for changing Shido's heart has begun. Seal it by the deadline. He's tough and knows the Metaverse well. Be sure to strengthen your bond so that you're prepared. Yeah, whatever. I just don't understand why they wouldn't let you use Kasumi in Shido's palace. It seems like such an incredible waste. Hey, sorry to bring this up now. I know you have your hands full, but Coffee Cult can do it. I have faith in all of you. It's called Coffee Cult. Anyway, here's the info I have. This one is cruel. There's a group of scammers out there specifically targeting old people. Apparently, they're using some sort of spiritual mumbo-jumbo to trick them into paying up. How horrible. It really is. Anyway, they keep moving around, so it's been difficult to reliably track them. Apparently, the police have just stopped trying entirely. From what I've read online, their representative is a guy named Yoshihito Wakasa. Sorry I didn't have any more info than that. Good luck. Might be tough for us to go at a time like this, but the info itself is pretty worthwhile. If we have the chance to add a mementos, he'd make a great target. Alright, we just need the request from 23 days. We need the request from whatchamacallit, from Shinya and then Oya as well. Yeah, I already, when you start the game, it shows Kasumi like, oh, I'm not actually a part of the Phantom Thieves, and she says that in, we're probably gonna hang out with Haru, because I don't think Futaba or Shinya are available. But at the very start of the game, it's like, oh, look, she's in Sai's palace, and she says she's not a member of the Phantom Thieves. So you already are like, oh, well, a little lame, but we're definitely not getting Kasumi until at least Sai's palace, if that's the case. And then after that, you're like, oh, finally, Sai's palace now is done. Now we can finally have Kasumi in the team. And then they're like, no, finish the rest of the OG game, and then I guess you can have Kasumi join you. It's just, I did not mean to go to Jimbocho. That was a misclick. It's just like, come on, man. Why do I have this new character? Like, why is this character in the game if you only get to use them at the very, very, very end? Is a game with like over 100 hours in its gameplay, and you're gonna tell me one of the selling points of the Royal, one of the new characters that is such a big deal, you don't actually get to use as a character until the last like 20 hours out of 130 hours or however? It's ridiculous. What are you gonna do now? Let's head to the rooftop. Gotta rank up my girl. Do I have an Emperor on hand? Or an Empress, rather, and yes, I do. Everything else in the Royal is great, like new scenes, and you do get to hang out with Kasumi and have some scenes with her throughout the game and whatnot, but I mean, I'm pretty certain that there's only one new palace in the post-game. So, with that in mind, and this is the last palace of the OG, unless you count the that I'm not going to mention. If you count the other thing, then that means there are, this is the 7th, that means there are 8 in the OG, and then there's a new 9th one they've added. Out of all of this, presumably, you only get to use Kasumi in the 9th and final palace? That's just, why? Why not have her also be in the 8th one, or in the 7th one, which is the one we're doing, and then the you-know-what, which I consider to be the 8th one. Maybe we can use her for the you-know-what, who knows, we'll see, but I don't know. After them not letting us use her in Shido's palace, I'm not so sure about that either. It's like, it's a bit of a letdown, to be honest, because I've been waiting so long to be like, yes, we can use Kasumi in combat finally, and the game is like, nope, still not. You have to beat almost every last aspect of the game, and then you get to use her for just one palace, and that's it, presumably. It's like, I don't know, man, it just feels like such a waste. Let's hang out.
Huh?
At a time like this, yeah, it's a secret, let's go. Managed to secure an appointment to meet up with Takakura-san. If it's not too much trouble, I'd like you to join us. Do you have time today? Is this your rank 7 or rank 8? Or is it your rank 9? I don't remember. Nobody thinks you're alive at this point, is you should be careful. What will it be? Are you going to spend special time with Haru? Why'd I say the word special?
Thank you.
I'm sure I'll be able to express myself if you're there with me. Well, I'll contact Takakura-san now. Let's go. I think this is her rank 9, yeah. So you'd like me to try this?
Yes.
Please, if only a taste. This wasn't made with particularly expensive beans, nor was it brewed by any sort of coffee expert. This flavor. Interesting. Anyway, what is it you wanted to discuss with me? Does it concern the company? Words. My apologies for bothering you at such a busy time. It's not a problem. Truth is, after my father's passing, I couldn't bring myself to trust anyone at Okumura Foods. I see. That includes you, Takakura-san. That's quite cruel.
I'm sorry.
My apologies. Now then, what I wanted to discuss is... I'm here for you, Haru. You got this. Right, I'll be okay. Takakura-san, what do you think of that coffee? I grew the beans in my own garden and even handled the preparation. What? I honestly don't believe it's a particularly good cup of coffee. But I put my heart into making it. That's why I asked you here today, Takakura-san. Well, now I gotta drink it again. Huh. I'm not suggesting we need to put this level of effort into the Okumura Foods coffee chain, and I'm not suggesting we should put a halt to the plan either. However, I won't let my company serve low-quality food to our customers. You know, this is very similar to the coffee your grandfather used to make.
Excuse me?
What? I used to be a regular at his cafe. It's actually how I ended up joining the company to begin with. To be honest, I was strongly opposed to closing the cafe, but I didn't have the power to make that decision at the time. I was planning on naming the new chain after his shop to make up for that, though. I'm gonna create a business that is loved by customers and employees alike, just as his cafe was. A place where people can come to drink in the subtle joys of life. Is that so? Haru-chan, I believe you have every right to distrust us. After all, things would have turned out differently if only someone had chosen to stand up to your father. Be that as it may, I can truly sense the passion you put into this coffee. Seems you really are like your grandfather.
No.
I'm sorry for being so rude. I must apologize as well for encouraging you to abandon your shares. Thought they would be a burden to you, but I was clearly wrong. Haru-chan, if you'd like, why don't you take part in our next company meeting? Me? Truth is, the rumors of my being pleased at your father's death were troubling, to say the least. I understand not everyone agrees with the vision I have for this company. But I've spent great effort struggling against our board of directors to push Okumura Foods back on the right path. What I need is to communicate that thought as clearly as possible, just as you did with this coffee. Do you think you could assist me in accomplishing that? I want to rebuild this company from the ground up. Well, give it all you've got, Haru.
Yes.
Okay. She's already good for max rank. Let's go, boys.
Yes.
I would be glad to join you. Excellent. Your grandfather would be proud, as would your father. By the way, the coffee was superb.
You have my thanks.
Thank you very much. And it seems I made yet another misunderstanding. I was under the impression that you were quite thrilled about the arrangement with Sugimura-kun. That is why I was so insistent on hurrying the marriage. I wanted you to have all the support you needed. But it appears as though you prefer this young man next to you instead. Huh? Be honest, Haru-chan. What are your thoughts on Sugimura-kun? I think he's an intelligent man, but I have no interest in him. I have no interest in being his wife either. I would prefer to walk my own path. One in which the only person in control of my actions is me. Not my father, and not Sugimura-san. I understand. You've grown so quickly, Haru-chan. I didn't realize you had become such a strong, kind, mature woman. My apologies for not coming to see that sooner. But what about the contract Sugimura-san made with my father? He said the reparations will be immense if I refuse the marriage. I haven't heard a thing about this contract. Have you seen the document?
Excuse me?
Well, now that you mention it, no, I haven't. And neither your father nor our lawyers mentioned it to me. It seems he was lying. May have had the help of particular people within the company. You see, those who don't agree with my vision brought him into meetings with the hope that he would eventually take over. However, we don't need a politician in our midst, particularly concerning the humble roots of our corporation. As for the marriage cancellation, I'll handle it. It may take some time, but it will be done, I promise.
You have my thanks.
Thank you. Takakura-san enjoyed the rest of his coffee before heading home. Peace out. Today was a huge success. I was able to tell Takakura-san how I feel, and he finally understood, or actually understood. Not only about the company, but about Sugimura-san as well. I was so afraid, but now that it's over, I think it was honestly pretty simple. I only made it to this point because you were with me, though.
Thank you.
Thank you, Akira-kun. You did amazing. You did too, you know? Anyway, I only started trusting people again because you were by my side helping me. So I want to return the favor. Please confide in me if you ever need help. I'll be there for you. I can feel a strong bond of trust from Haru. Rank 9!
All right.
That was very wholesome, chat. I agree. Oh, that reminds me. Takakura-san said something a little strange, didn't he? That I like you. Goodness, why would he say that? I should choose my words carefully. Why do you think? It's so hard not to date Haru. I'm gonna be honest, Haru has grown on me even more. Haru grew on me a lot in my NG Plus playthrough that I did off screen because I actually went through her entire Confidant, and she was a solid third pick for me in the original Persona 5, with An and Hifumi being above her. I still like Hifumi more than Haru, and I'm pretty sure I like Kasumi more than Haru, but I think I've come around to liking Haru a little bit more than An. So I think now, Haru is still my third place, like she was in OG Persona, but An has moved from second to fourth. He saw us as good friends.
Yes.
Oh, okay. You're probably right. I mean, that's all we are, so... I feel so bad! This is like a Persona 4 level rejection right here. Ah! Ah! I will date you when I NG plus the Royal, I swear it. Anyway, I should go study. I have an entrance exam coming up. Or I have entrance exams coming up, so I don't really have time to be sitting around here. But, thank you for today. Guess I should head home. Sorry for the sudden call. There's something I really wanted to tell you. After we met, Takakura-san told me my grandfather's blend recipe, words. I'm brewing some in my room right now, and it smells amazing. If only you could smell it, too. Can't wait to try it. Yeah, too bad you can't smell anything over the phone. Can't wait to let you try some. Don't think I would have had the courage to do any of this if I was alone. I'd just have given up without trying, and never find out how Takakura-san was feeling about any of this. So I hope you'll indulge a small gift for finding at my side through it all. Okay, good night.